You're getting hobgobled to death. But yeah, it's the stream title is called Comfort Gaming. Just been kind of in a downer mood. You know, my first Christmas with my son, which is so cool to see him like open gifts and all that stuff. Like, wow, this is great. But on Christmas Eve, my grandmother passed due to COVID. And like somber, kind of bittersweet vibe, heavy. And I haven't streamed in a while. It's been damn near a month, I feel like, since I streamed. So I was like, you know what? If I stream, I just want to play stuff that I'm like, cool with, chill, comfort. Doesn't necessarily mean old. I've been playing Elite Dangerous off stream lately, and that's been a lot of fun. Like finally getting to a point in Elite Dangerous where I feel like I have some kind of purpose and a goal. Me and Mike have been playing that, and that's been a blast. So if he hops on, I might jump into that. Let's do some chi. Girl, what have you been up to lately? What have you been playing, if anything? iRacing, okay. I feel like iRacing is another one of those things too that's like a comfort thing, right? Like you gotta get in, I'm sure you have your setup. Get in there, you get a groove, get your qualifying run in. iRacing, man, always cool. I tried it one time and I was so bad. Mind you, this is like years as a console gamer, you know? Like, I play Gran Turismo. I play Gran Turismo too. I'm fantastic. Let me get in there and try out this iRacing thing. I know sim racing. I played the ultimate racing simulator. It was a mistake. I was the opposite of good. I was trash. And that's when I realized that, oh, Gran Turismo is not no goddamn simulator. Bullshit. These chickens make the weirdest sound effect. You hear that? I said chicken. They're turkeys. Either way, all right. Their sound sounds fraudulent. Okay? Oh, shit. Whatever they are, they don't sound like they should. I know the PS1 doesn't have like the best sampling technology, but still. I'm pretty sure an Ocarina of Time on the cartridge with a way weaker sound processor, them chickens sounded all right. So this is actually not normal vanilla Xenogears. This is Xenogears Undub, which has the voice samples from the Japanese version, and the localization has been improved from what it was at launch retail. It's considered by many to be like the superior version of it if you're gonna play it. That's what I'm playing at the moment. Oh man. Is it? Like, no joke, this game is like, besides it being like very bizarre, high sci-fi in concept, especially when you get later on into this game, stuff like this, when I was playing it as a kid, it freaked me out. Like this weird ass like music box that's playing, like that melody. Dun, 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 dun. Like I used to play the games like alone at night and stuff like that. I'd be like in the dark, like music boxes are scary as shit. Don't like them. Alice asked me to borrow some camera equipment. By the way, stream is acting fraudulent. Let me know. It should look okay. Let me know in case anything gets all weird, but you know, I like when I play old games, I like to maintain the aspect ratio. Like I think PS1 games with widescreen hacks look very weird at times. Especially if they're not properly supported and you get all these weird glitches. But obviously a 4:3 box is kind of weird for a stream setup, so I just had to like... I see plenty of speedrunners, they do the same thing, so I'm like, you know what? I'm not a speedrunner, but for the sake of visuals, I don't want to have just black borders around like 90% of the screen. Also, I never realized how much foreshadowing this game does. Like, the entire beginning is so heavy with foreshadowing. I mean, like, straight up spoiling the end of the game. And I just didn't know because at that time, how could you know? But replaying it now, it's so funny how much it's just, like, how heavy-handed it's in terms of, like, maybe you have these memories from another person inside of you. From a long time ago. I sure hope you don't have a dark secret. They're not even trying to be subtle about that shit. Kind of funny. What about a music box that's seriously breaking apart? I've never seen Xenogears before, just know that right about. When the shit gets real, as they... My dude's like, whatever, dog. I got martial arts and magic. Like, I don't need any advice. All right. fraudulent. Unibeam them. I still really appreciate this game's mix of like sprite work and background. Some parts don't hold up as well because of the 3D graphics are obviously a bit rough. Sprite work is so good in this game, and the gears have like such memorable looks, despite the blocky PS1 nature of them. Zero, you and me both. I remember, you know, obviously I had played this game like when it first came out. And you know, there's no one else I knew playing it. And the thing is, I got this game, it was like right near one of the school vacations when it came out. So I remember I had it like, you know, back in the day, there's no internet really, you know, I didn't even have game facts or anything. So I had the strategy guide and myself, you know. Even my friends who were talking about the game were talking about it via me, through me. So I remember I got to the second disc and I was just like, you know, sitting in that chair and he's talking, right? And I'm just waiting. I'm like, because in my mind it's gonna be a quick sequence, but then it flashes and then you're in like a destroyed open world and you go to a dungeon and then you're back in the chair and then back to a dungeon and back in the chair for like 45 minutes at a time. And I was like, is this just the rest of the game? And then, like, you know, I beat it before I went back to school. So it was funny telling friends about it, or, you know, back then you let people borrow games, letting friends borrow it, and then they would come up like, yo, this too is like, I'm just sitting in a chair for a long ass time, like, does that ever end? And I'm like, kind of not. You're kind of in the chair for a while. Hope your butt's comfortable to be sitting down for a long period of time. And then of course later, you know, at that time you don't know, you know, you didn't know much behind the scenes. It wasn't until later when I had the internet and I could access interviews from IGN and shit like that. Like, oh, I wasn't done. Whoa, Floxy with the 42 months, 21 month streak. Imagine if you didn't break your streak and you're at 42 in a row. Fortunate. But your streak is now an adult. Your streak can drink some beer. Your streak can go out and get lit, as they say. Oh no, evil robots, shoe stings. Hey. This is a comfort gaming stream. There's no middle fingers or hostilities, okay? Oh shit, Faye, come on, get in the gear, baby. Get in. This type shit. Oh. Hold on. There's always a video I play whenever I play this part of the game. Well, look at that FMV! Some creepy ass stuff, man. God, I love the atmosphere in this game so much. So good. Alright. When I get to that moment, there's a song I play every time I get here. We're gonna do it. Twitch dropped your streak. Well, call Twitch. Do them. Honestly, that probably wasn't even you dropping your streak. It was probably like a month where I just didn't get to stream or something. Like my stream reconfiguration for the retro. So I still remember vividly the night the alert can go down. I don't know if the alert can go down, you know what I mean? The alert is lit. So, I still remember the first time playing this and seeing that the gears were like 3D graphics and stuff like that. I was just like, I'm talking wide awake, 2 in the morning, you know, so focused. Like, oh my god, oh my god. I was very excited. Very excited. I will have you know it's not blurry anymore. Look how sharp these polygons are. These polygons wish they were that sharp back in the day, you know? Boom! This is literally, I'm playing at quadruple the resolution from back in the day. Do I have my move? Yes, I do. Here it goes. Ah. Hell yeah, dude. Look at that 2D fire. So cool. Something to it, man. Love me some Xenogears. Also, I think this music, on foot battle music, and every single major town in this game, I've fallen asleep to the music at some point or another. I've said this multiple times. I think if you love classic RPGs, then you've fallen asleep to the music at some point. It's part of it. Can't have one without the other. Where Titan comes in and tells me to chill out. This evil bastard. Oh yeah, I had the background blurriness in full effect, see? I'm the center of attention. I'm the foreground. Here it goes, guys. Here it goes. We're gonna have to play the song. We're gonna have to play the song that goes with the scene. This is obviously where you see that Titan knows more than he lets on about the nature of Faye and who he is. I love this effect on the PS1 games, like this bobbing and bending of the screen to make it look like a fire haze and all that kind of stuff. Also, I never buy this guy being a little brother. He looks like a grown man, like a midget, you know? Like he's 45 years old with that hairstyle. Look at that. I can't buy that he's like an 8-year-old kid or something. I'm just saying, I can't buy that he's a little brother. He's a grown little man, you know? I don't mean to be offensive. I just don't think an 8-year-old boy has a receding hairline, you know? I just don't believe it. That's the fakest part of this whole game. Here we go, guys. Here we go. We're going to make it happen. You guys ready for this? I gotta do the boss fight first? Okay, yeah, I get surrounded. Yep. He starts beating ass. Yeah, he orders his robot to kill an innocent person. He was just an android, and I let him die. Oh my god! Anyone who's ever watched 5 o'clock Tsunami know what that's all about. Okay, you know that's Gohan goes level 2 versus Dickhead Cell after he crushes Android 16's head. Spoilers if you've never seen it, but it's been about 25 years. So yeah, Faye loses it. The gear erupts. People die. And like all good stories, for some reason they blame the person that they know would absolutely do anything for them to protect them and consider him a traitor. Even though all I was doing was coming into this town purely for self-defense reasons. That's literally it. They landed here. A pilot got killed. I go in to defend the village. Like literally the main villain pointed at Timothy, told a grown robot to shoot that guy. But I'm the bad guy. Train man, choo choo choo. Hey man, you don't gotta introduce yourself. I know who you are. You see that VIP next to your name? That means that's for life. You're always in the club. Doing all right. It's somber mood. So I'm just playing stuff that I like. You know, older games, but yeah, not necessarily the fancy stuff. But stuff that I love. Fuck it. Parents are watching my son right now. Fox is in the chat and at work. I'm off from work today, so you know what? I know it's early. Let's just play some games, huh? Try to have some fun. Has there been any new games that you guys are have been interested in? Zero Train. Or has everyone been kind of just playing what they like lately? Love that shot. Look at that shot. I think that's another thing I like about this game is I feel like there's actually some good. I don't know how to describe it, but I think it's like good cinematography. That's what you would call it if it was a film, you know? I think there's just good shots in a lot of the cutscenes in this. Creature design, a little questionable. Monster Hunter Rise in March. Okay. I am very much looking forward to Monster Hunter Rise. I love Monster Hunter World. In fact, Monster Hunter World was almost one of the games I started to stream off with. Just because, like, you know, obviously hunting monsters can be fucking stressful. You know, it's like, fucking, I'm gonna die. Like, get off my ass. But I have yet to play Iceborne. So I'm like the first 2 monsters into Iceborne with Phlox. And my favorite part of Monster Hunter World is, not my favorite part, but one of the things I enjoy is being able to go on the expeditions and just explore the environment and like just gather, you know, just gather meat, gather plants, gather stuff you need for crafting. Like something about that, just going around the environment. You know, sometimes there's monsters, but it's like low stress because you don't need to get a hunt done. It's like super relaxing. I really enjoy it. But also useful because you take all that stuff and then you can, you know, put it to use for making traps, you know, making bait, different potions and stuff like that later on. Ooh. I love when you get the 3-hit combos open up. I still really enjoy the combat system. I think it's really awesome. I think the arts, like I love how like inputting different button commands is actually uncovering moves you just don't know them yet. Gotta be careful what I'm calling me. I remember I used to get super stuck in this place back in the day, like super turned around. Oh, hello, crowd. Good Nintendo Switch exclusive titles. I mean, Rayman, what kind of games are you into? I think that we got to answer that question before we answer what kind of games you should play. What are you into, and more importantly, what are you not into? And then I can start rattling off a list of some fire Switch games. Oh, I got my first move. Sweet. I'm gonna get that bag. Ugh, can't quite reach it. Is that music? Really good, like, creepy forest music. Mostly action games, nothing too slow. So, I feel like for Nintendo, the obvious exclusives are obvious. You know, people are gonna say Breath of the Wild, technically a Wii U title, but you know, come on now, be real. You're gonna have, you know, Mario Odyssey, fantastic game. Yes! Zero! Let's go, baby! That's what I was gonna say. Like, people are gonna say Bayonetta 2 if you never have a Wii U, but Astral Chain is some good shit. Astral Chain, really good. I was, oh, you son of a bitch. Now, no matter what, I'm gonna seem like I'm a poser who's just saying it because you said it. But yes, Astral Chain, I think, is probably the best pure action game on the Switch. So good. So good. And it's long, you know, it has a lot of good content. Like, it's not something that you're gonna beat in like 2 seconds. And I left the forest. Damn it. Not what I wanted to do. Yeah, I think Astral Chain is one. It's also not one. It's also one that's not going to pop up on everyone's list as a game to recommend. But it's really good. Definitely look into that. Trying to think. Obviously, Smash is a lot of fun. I mean, if you're just casual and stuff. Another game that's really good on the Switch, a game called Demon X Machina. Armored Core inspired. It's also a really fun action game. I think it's very strong. I mean, Animal Crossing is like, you have to already know you're into it, I think. Like, you just have to know, like, okay, this game's going to be very low impact. It's not going to be difficult, per se. And it's just a lot of, like, monotonous. I'm not saying monotony is, like, in a bad way, but you're just going to be doing a lot of everyday tasks. You know, and if that doesn't sound interesting to you, like, the game is not going to do anything to change that. You know, like, it's not going to surprise you with interesting mechanics that, you know, maybe change your opinion on that style of game. Like, I think something like Stardew Valley is like that. But just... This is what I'm saying about this dungeon right here. You have to, like, really pay attention to your directions because it's so easy to get turned around with the BS. Yeah, so I would say Astral Chain is a fantastic single-player action game, very high quality. I think the visuals of it are definitely a step above the average Switch game, and performance-wise, it runs really well. So I would probably go there first. Then my number 2 recommendation would probably be either Fire Emblem Three Houses or the new Age of Calamity Zelda Dynasty Warriors game. The game is like actually a lot of fun. Good action. I'm trying to think other good action games. Which Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is a lot of fun. There's a lot of characters. There's a lot of depth to it, and it has so much replayability, even if you play alone. You know, without needing to go online or do anything like that. Like I feel like it has a lot. So that'd be another recommendation. Yeah, they got some stuff, man. Switch has some games. Get smoked, armored grub. Your carapace doesn't do shit for my Kamehameha beam. Also, you gotta send me your friend. Any of you, the Zero and Trayman, you have friend codes. You gotta send me your friend codes. I will add you. I will add you on the Switch. But I also need more people I know actually play a Switch. Especially because when Monster Hunter comes out, I'm definitely gonna play Monster Hunter. So Zero, Rayman, y'all wanna hop on Monster Hunter when it drops? Send me some friend codes. We'll fucking play some Monster Hunter. Kick some ass. Dust! There's no way to like pan the camera, man. I keep fucking this part up. Okay, what's on this side? I just go all the way through. No, Dave. Sometimes life is so simple. Yeah, do that. You can slide in my DMs on Twitch or Twitter, wherever you want. I am Namtox everywhere. So. I also love that sound effect. That save sound. I never knew why they felt the need to have a sound like that for saving your game. It always sounds like the combination of like an AOL file downloading plus like an airplane landing. I don't know. Bizarre. Okay. Now, great. Funny too, I still remember back in the day when I first played this, because of how easy the beginning of the game is, I was like, this game doesn't seem like it's going to be very challenging. But no, this game gets pretty difficult, especially later on. Like if you don't have like the right combination, especially when you get your gears, you don't outfit them correctly and take care of them. Yeah, see what I mean? Like I think the undub is a lot better. Like Japanese voices for the anime sections. That's the only time you really hear their voices. I just think it's like they do a really good job. And I'm not even someone who hates dub necessarily like most people. I just think there's a little bit of cheese on the American voiceover for the cutscenes. It kind of takes away from some of the gravitas. Look at me with big words, right? Right? Look at that. Gravitas and word. I know big words, man. Big fucking words. So goddamn smart. So when I first played this title back in 1990, I never heard the term waifu before. Obviously, I'm not even sure waifu was around. Maybe it was on IRC or some dark part of the internet, early internet. But let it be known that Ellie, Xenogears, definitely the first ever waifu for me. Like some people will say Eris from Final Fantasy VII, you know? But for me, oh, Joe just took a shot. But for me, the thing about Eris is I wasn't really using her in my party at that time. And I was just pissed off that I had spent like a day trying to grind her limit breaks. And I put a bunch of gear on her just for her to die, and then I lose it all. And I was like, yo, like, yeah, Sephiroth, you're a dickhead for doing this, but I felt no attachment, you know? I was like, oh shit, you killed my healer. But it's also like, you know, anyone could be a mage in that case. It wasn't like you could only heal with Eris. These are forest elves? They look like naked zombies. These are definitely like dark elves for sure. Look at their skin and everything. So Eris, Tifa, whatever. Ellie, the first waifu of all time, right? Let's call Ellie Waifu Prime, okay? She's the OG. Oh god, that fire sound effect sounds crazy. But mind you, there is some glitches. I am playing on an emulator. You know, whenever you're playing on an emulator, you always have, you know, it happens. Not everything's 100% accurate. Like that fire effect does not sound right. Like the sample of it sounds a little too poppy. Right? It's when you first hear the term lamb and what lambs are. People who live on the surface are considered lambs. Deep game is very heavy on religion and religious overtones and imagery and words. And religion is almost why this title was never released in North America. Square was originally feeling that maybe it's a little bit too complex and controversial. But at that time, because of Final Fantasy VII, there was so much thirst for anything Square, anything RPG, that they're like, fuck it. Game's like weird and quirky, but if we just say it's an RPG from Square, people will probably play. Which is a good and bad thing, because I do feel like if Square propped this up as like a mainstream title for themselves, they probably would have censored it a lot more than they did. But because it was so like obscure and they kind of just threw it out there, I feel like a lot of it was left intact in a way that it wouldn't have been. They were really focusing on what the game. So this game is some dark stuff. I mean, you're literally reborn again to strike and kill God and challenge the very notion of religion and its fundamental beliefs and stuff. Like, the game gets some really awesome stuff. And then you have cutscenes like this. Like, it's just very mysterious. I said it's high fantasy sci-fi. It's not conventional. It's not traditional. The notion of like a good guy and a bad guy kind of doesn't exist in Xenogears, or it's all other Xeno games. I kind of like about them. You need some weird imagery. At least the lip flaps. They do sing pretty well. All right, got my first new party member. Very excited. Take a look at my inventory screen. I almost have Senretsu done. So this is how you unlock new moves. Like when you see me doing button combinations and nothing's coming out, it's because when you get, I think you get a move over 60%, then you see that you're learning it. And each death blow is done by a different button combination. So the button combination for Senretsu, I've already done. Now if I do it a couple more times, I'll have it. And you see for Hagen, which I think is X triangle, I'm getting there. The more I do X triangle, the more that move will be uncovered, and then bam, I'm good to go. I don't think I have anything. He's basically your classic elementalist. Let me I wanna. Oh, here we go. Do a quick save state. Saves. Up. We gotta go to Ave. I never knew how to pronounce that, really. A lot of secrets out here. I want that chest. All good, Treyman. I need to apologize. What are you playing? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, dude, her animations are so good. Like the stat, like it's so satisfying. I remember being excited about getting new characters just because I wanted to see get all those moves. What's up, Nihi? ¿Qué paso, Nihi? How you doing? How's Warframe treating you? Thought you just booted up right now. Got me a little anxious. I'm a little anxious to play some Warframe myself. We got the Arcane Rod plus 2 attack. Let's do it, baby. Let's put that on. I gotta get, you know, packed up. I'm trying to beat this game. I ain't trying to just, you know, dip my toes in. Healing. The thing is, too, so I will say, as of right now, this is the most I've played of Xenogears since I beat the game originally back in the day. Now, Xenogears is my favorite game of all time. And it's not like I never replayed it like to completion. I always boot it up, and every time you boot it up, I get to the forest and I get up to where you get Ellie and I stop playing. I don't know why I stopped. I don't know. It's for the most part, I always feel like it's not the right time to replay the whole game, if that makes sense. And I'm not even saying that right now I'm gonna replay it, but right now this is the furthest I've ever gotten on any of my. Hey, I just want to boot up Xenogears and dabble for a second. I think maybe a piece of it is because it is my favorite game of all time. You get a little worried about, like, you know, if I go back and play this, am I gonna be like, what the fuck was I thinking? You know, like, is it gonna hold up to my memory of what the game is? Like, is it gonna be as good as I remember it being in my head? So sometimes that fear is just like, I'm like, you know what? I'll hold off for right now. I'll come back to it another time. So I think that's what always stopped me before. But now I'm kind of like, you know what? I trust my memories because I'm pretty good at determining my nostalgia from facts. Like Too Human, right? Everyone knows Too Human. Don't know Too Human? Oh boy, there is something else. I love Too Human unapologetically. Straight up love Too Human. However, I know that Too Human sucks. It's like, I know it's a bad game, you know? Like, I know it's garbage. Besides that fact, I love it. I will stand by Too Human. When it gets shot in the head to get thrown in the dumpster, I'll get shot with it. Now shoot me! Take me! Dennis Dyack, I'm ready to go. But I don't feel that way about this. And the more I'm playing it, it's like, no, you know what? You hear that music? Hear that battle system? This game is a classic. I believe. Is that a soul? I think that is how you revive people in this game. Go. Oh, hold on. Let me go back up. I have Game Pass and Xbox till March. So really an assortment. Ooh. Wait. I know that feeling, Train Man, when you got all those games, you just holding them like cards, you know, like a little deck. What am I gonna play this time? A little bit of FIFA? Maybe a little bit of Gears. I might slide into a little Forza. How about I play some obscure indie title? You know what I mean? Game Pass is dangerous. And me, I don't know this game. Well, this game's an old game. PS1 classic. It's my favorite game of all time. Number one with a bullet. Xenogears. Number one. Numero uno. Because I don't know about y'all, but I have a definite, hard top 3 favorite games of all time. Nice, Trey, man. Yeah, I'm sorry I was never able to give you one like that, man. Hear that music? Oh my god. Oh. So good. There's so much pain in this song. Hear that bass? Boom, 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 boom. It's tugging at your emotions, baby. That's what a bassist does. Song's great because it's the weight of what happened in that village, like finally catching up to Faye, and with the stranger outsider, he feels compelled to be honest about what's going on. Yeah, but look at the visuals, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about, like good cinematography. Like, this is a good shot right here. Great use of the 3D graphics with the 2D sprites. You're getting good storytelling during this moment. I just loved it. Loved it. Especially because the beginning of this game is so much of like a normal village, right? Small village, and seems like it's pure medieval times almost. So these mechs show up, and you start getting hints at some level of technology that's obviously far beyond what we have. Where you find out that Ellie was the one that was in that village to begin with. You need that KFC for some comfort level boost? Bro, you ain't lying. They got that new KFC right off the highway. Ludlow is? Ooh, baby. And Ellie gets defensive because she feels guilty about her role in his village getting destroyed. So in her act of defense, she lashes out to try to make Faye feel bad and take some of the guilt off herself. Like, you know, nowadays it doesn't seem too complex, but as a 12, I think I was 13 when I was playing this, you didn't get stuff like this in most video games because it's a lot of gray. And early gaming had a lot of black and white. I'm not saying there wasn't anything with complexity, but the themes that they throw out, I have like so many layers to them if you really pick it apart. Like, it's just really well written. that's something that Takahashi has done, the creator of Xenogears, and he's done that with all his titles. Fucking Xenosaga, Xenoblade. Like, he always has a lot of layering to his writing, and I think that's why it's easy to get invested in his games and the character in a way that you don't with the average RPG. Like, yeah, flashy robots, cool combat system, but then, like, you get these moments of, like, just real heavy, like, oh, fuck. Because there is a moment later on when it comes back around and she then accepts her part in it and feels bad for guilt-tripping Faye so heavy. Which is always good character development. You know, you're gonna be playing an RPG, you're playing for 50 hours, 60 hours, you know, you're gonna have your party. So I think a good RPG, I think a good set of characters, they need to go on like a wave of emotion throughout the game. Like, I played some RPGs where everyone's like super happy the whole time, and like the party is always like together and nothing ever makes them get into a fight, and like that's not as interesting. You know, it's not believable that in a stressful ass journey you're not gonna have a moment where there's a disagreement, you know? I've had to do a good job with that in this game, with the party that they assemble. It's not really traditional, and party goes on some fucking, you go on some adventures with this group of characters.
あなたは自分には何の責任もないって言い方してるじゃない。違う、私何もやってない。あなたがギアに乗って応戦なんてするから被害が広がったんじゃないの？私じゃないの。知らないの。あれは誰もが使える機械じゃないのよ。やってない。どうしてその責任を自分で背負おうとしないの？私そんな力なんてない。どうして他人になすりつけようとするの？そんな。
Very conflicted. Great cutscene. Still just as invested now as I was back then.
あなたは卑怯だわ。
そうさ。俺は卑怯者なんだよ。
Ellie would be a victim to cancer. He ain't wrong about that. Definitely would. You know, like I said, not all the 3D graphics look amazing nowadays. Look at the saliva coming out the dinosaur's mouth. Holy shit. It's next gen, baby. Ray trace that. Dun 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 dun. I don't even know what kind of dinosaur they were trying to make. It looks like a T-Rex and like Darth Maul fused. Oh, look at that drip. Oh, so good. Allie's out of commission. A rain car dragon? fighting with this land crab that can fly. Does that land crab even have a gun? I kind of wonder now. Hell yeah, here we go. They embraces the Weltall. Let's give it that Kamehameha blast we all love so much. Kamehameha. Oh, I did 0 damage. Fuck. I do gotta say, that is one thing I hate about RPGs, or I hate about turn-based RPGs. And I know it seems really shallow, but your boy, I hate status ailments in turn-based RPGs. All they do is piss me off. I hate them so much. I know they're necessary. Now, I already hear you guys. The depth and complexity. Like, I know, I get, hey, I know. You gotta have them. You know, it's part of the strategy. It's part of a build. It's part of, you know, gearing up. But man, in turn-based RPGs, as soon as I get afflicted with, like, sleep or confused, and I have to spend my next turn to use an item to get rid of that status ailment, and then just to get afflicted by it like right after again, I get mad. I just sit there and I'm like, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better mechanic for RPGs. I can't do this no more. Like this guy doing slow, like in this fight, it's very clearly designed for me to win. And he's hitting me for 60 damage at a time. I have 2,000 health. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna lose this fight. No one's losing this fight. So him doing slow to me only serves to delay the inevitable. That pisses me off. Yeah, he's done. Trucked. I just want to talk to the person who designed this boss fight. I'm like, it's very much a tutorial fight. Why'd you feel the need to have the boss slow you down? Like, it's already a weird looking T-Rex Darth Maul hybrid. Why does he also need a poison cloud that slows you down? Come on, you're just gonna make this take too long. Very good question. Does one need the power to destroy everything? Kind of a heavy question. So Faye's still conflicted. Also, I gotta say, another reason why this is my favorite RPG ever is the party. Like, I think Ellie, best waifu of all time, and Satan is 100% the coolest, most badass, like, right-hand man to a main character of all time. I don't think there's anyone like Auron in Final Fantasy X, the Titus, is a good one. You know, Gilder is a great one from Skies of Arcadia. If you ever play that game, you know Gilder. Vincent in Final Fantasy VII, great support character for the party, but man, Saiyan Uzuki is such a great character for the party, man. And he's not the main character, but he is fun to use. He's really powerful. He's an amazing, like, here. Yep. Titan revealing that he knows her language. Talking a little bit more about the nature of where she comes from. So she leaves, but it won't be for long. Yeah, frog status. Let's see, what's some other bad ones in a turn-based? I'm talking specifically turn-based RPG. Frog is bad. That I hate sleep. Berserk always pisses me off, especially when your character has like a powerful move and they turn and hit your own party with it. It's so frustrating. And probably like Curse / Doom. Anything that puts like a countdown on your character that will just insta wipe them. Mine sucks. I waited all this time to get a turn and now I'm gonna miss when I'm fighting a 2,000-foot monster. I'm somehow gonna miss my physical attack. Like, get the fuck out of here. Ooh, I can't even talk about the subject. See how mad I'm getting? I can't even be calm about it. Yo, Wolf, where's that KFC, bruh? What's up, Jablo? Doing alright. You know, just comfort gaming. Kind of a down a little bit. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll play something I like. Hang out with some cool people and play some old shit. Oh, not necessarily old shit, but shit I just fall into. Destiny, another comfort game. The most popular game in terms of streaming, but I like the cut of Destiny's jib. Oh, the mic. You enjoy the campaign, Jablo? Oh yeah, now we're on to the dessert. Let me check my ability, see if I unlocked that other move yet. Didn't have any death blows yet. Oh, I remember these guys. I hated these guys for so long, these sand sharks. Oh my god, look at the swag that Titan fights with. You see how good his animations are? Oh my goodness. I'd always imagine Titan as like the villain from all the Jackie Chan, movies. The tall, that villain that Jackie Chan always loves to put in his movies. He's like the tall, slender, always has like a business suit on, has crazy fucking legs. Like in Drunken Master and some others that he goes up against a lot. Like that's what Titan reminds me of, like that kind of character type. 100%. Yeah, this town is pretty damn awesome. So a save point real quick. I think there's an in here. Or is it the weapon shop? That'd be the weapon shop. Game soundtrack's so good. Talk people here. Alright, we gotta go to the main building. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. Okay, we gotta go to the headquarters. Ooh-doo-ya-ya. Any items? Any items? Here we go. Alright, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna save. I'll be right back, everybody. Not going anywhere. I do want to stream for a little bit longer than I normally do. But I need to grab a snack and a coffee. I'm pretty tired.